Good morning. Welcome to our series asking key people in the commodities space what is keeping and what should keep commodity leaders up at night. I'm joined by the legendary journalist, FT journalist, Martin Wolf, who is an economist. Martin, good morning.
Good morning.
Generally speaking, what's your view in terms of the market at the moment, just looking out onto the market? Are you expecting a turbulent market going forward? Are you expecting challenges? What's your view generally of the market going forward?
I think there are very good reasons to expect substantial turbulence. It's partly because the economy itself is uncertain. We are clearly seeing some deceleration of the recovery, and nobody knows how serious that is. Recent forecasts suggest downside risk predominate. Then there's the question of future monetary policy. Interest rates are very important for commodity markets. Commodity holdings have to be funded, and the higher interest rates are, the more problematic they get. Future inflation is very important for commodity prices. They're obviously both affected by it and, of course, contribute to it. And then there's geopolitics has always been very important, particularly in the oil sector, which is the single most important commodity market by a long way. And here we're looking at a lot of upheaval, both in the Middle East and globally, with this very complex relationship that is emerging between China and the US. So I expect this to be turbulent and difficult times, and I suppose the mettle of traders is proved if they survive and do well in those times.
Let's look at a typical CEO, or indeed board, be it a metals company, be it oil company, or indeed be it a soft commodities company. In your view, what do you think should be keeping them up at night?
There are, of course, the company-specific risks relating to their mastery over their own processes. We are, I think, in a time of very significant, what I refer to as regime transformation.
Right.
And in addition, as you've already mentioned, some very important technological developments. And that is creating a systems overload. Well, what do I mean by regime transformation? First, and I think most fundamentally, a change in the global political order with a new and really very credible rival to the US as the world's dominant economy and, of course, already the world's dominant consumer of most commodities, so China. The divergence between these two countries in political outlook has become more obvious, and both are now headed by very strong and willful leaders who are very unhappy about making compromises. Now, nobody knows how this will end up, but I think it is reasonable to assume this is a systemic change. That is to say, the relationship between the US and China will be the dominant geopolitical story for the next generation or two or three. That's a really big change. And I suspect for many companies, particularly in this area, it's sort of going to make them forced, because the leaders of these countries will force them to choose. Now, that's going to be really nasty.
Thank you very much. Wonderful. Thank you.
Pleasure.